Hi, this is Gio Roundtable in Gio's Real World. And today will be me talking about Fantastic Four First Steps, the trailer, and my opinion, how it is and everything. Look, I seen it, and normally I don't talk about trailers and everything, but this one got too personal because my first comic book series that I start buying one after another is Fantastic Four. I loved it because, and if you look at it, Fantastic Four, they had the most best villains or superheroes that you want to prefer ever first appearance. You have the Watch, you have the Kree, the Skrulls, which is Ronin and Super Skrulls at the same time. The Inhumans, the Negative Zone, which Annalise is in there too. Galactica, Silver Surfer, and the other heralds. Doctor Doom, the best of all the villains, in a sense. Submariner, Mole Man, Miracle Man, I could go on and on. Fantastic Four was something that to me was too personal, that when I see the trailer, I lost it. And I remember the last time I lost it was when I was the first time I watched cartoons of the Fantastic Four, and I was hearing Ben Grimm's voice, and I'm like, what the heck? His voice is off. What the heck is crazy? And I'm going, okay, wait, Gio. Besides this cartoon, when did you ever hear his voice? Oh, never. And then because I imagined his voice differently. And Ben Grimm, being that he's made of stone, and he's a football player, and he's a pure athlete, and he's a genius because he can fix anything Reed Richards makes. He can fix the hovercraft and all that. He fixes so many times it's incredible. So this guy is above genius, besides being a great cook, kind of sense. Okay, so I'm watching this. The costume, what's called the thing, perfect, but the voice should have been changed. I mean, the guy, when he was Ben Grimm, regular voice, no problem. And then you see Ben Grimm, because he changed to a rock, his voice, now I would put the voice like Van Diesel. But of course, you have to tell him, look, you're on a mission. We don't want Van Diesel being the thing. We want Van Diesel to be a Jewish guy, because Ben Grimm is Jewish, from Brooklyn, and from, I forgot something Valley, I forgot what the zone was again. It's there, but it will come out later on. And goes, you have to imitate how he's supposed to pronounce, and not because you're from California, if you were from New York. So change your accent and everything, and you got the role. His voice will go good with that. And then, for example, but then you have a certain scene, the Mr. Fantastic and all the other Fantastic Four goes there, who Ben? He's the thing, right? Your voice changed. He goes, okay, of all of this, you see me, you notice the voice, not the skin and the rocks and everything. So you can make it like a joking kind of sense, Point finale. Then an example, and now I'll tell you how my opinion, how the movie should have been done, just watching the trailer. Their version, because I have Fantastic Four done, already thought of it. It's completely different from their Fantastic Four, but I'll do it when I have time and everything. Vanessa Kirby. Now, I don't know if they hired her because she's Jack Kirby's relative or something. Look, she's beautiful. I seen her as the White Queen of the X-Men. Because as seductive and pretty as she is, she has that kind of authority, evil, like power hunger person. Because, what's it called? Invisible Woman was Invisible Girl. This came Invisible Woman. Sue Storm, an example. She has the face that's adorable. That everybody looks at her. She looks like a princess from the fairy tales. Submariner fell in love with her. Doctor Doom, no problem, easily. He has something for you too. Spider-Man, when he's seen it, he was in La La Land with her. Okay, so she has a way of people looking at her like, wow. Okay, so for me, for example, you have the actor Jessica Alba. She was good, but she's too adorable. Like she's too cute. Me, now with one of with the actors I would have taken, somebody who looked like from the new team movies coming out, the ballerina, Anna de Mas. She blonde hair, the adorable face kind of sense, light eyes, can make her eyes even more blue if you want to. CGI, you can do anything you want, contact lenses, whatever. Perfectly. Reed Richards, Petro Pascal is a great actor. Nas Reed Richards. He doesn't look nothing like Reed Richards. Yeah, but the things in there, alternate universes, multi-universe and everything. Okay, and how does he look like any of the other Reeds ever seen from cartoons, movies, and everything? I mean, you had the other guy, what's called? Ian Grufield from the 2005 Fantastic Four. He was like Reed Richards kind of thing, very close. And don't tell me there's nothing in the world non or popular actors who look like him or like Reed Richards. If they could do it to Superman, that they get all these Superman that look almost similar, the little minor changes, but they look like Superman. Don't tell them they can do Reed Richards. And they go like, oh, but Pascali is very popular. But like, good. You're not gonna take, for example, certain actors and make it into somebody else because but he's a great actor, but he's not made for that role. Kind of sense. I thought of it before, and I was thinking about somebody. And like example, you take Johnny Depp. You take Johnny Depp. Oh, we're gonna make him like somebody else, whatever. But how can he be that person? There's certain roles, it's far away. You can't, there's no way of linking one character to the actor or actress, what you would prefer, that goes along. Then, there's certain point, example, is like Reed Richards talking, and goes there, yeah, every Sunday at 6 or 7 o'clock, whatever it was, it's a family get together, and it has to be done. Really? You're supposed to be a superhero team. So now, automatically, my hand was somewhere else. So this is what I would have done. I have no idea what the story. I know there's Galactus in there. I know it's called John Malkovich, who played supposed to be the red ghost and the Three Apes. These are obsolete villains of the Fantastic Four. What I would have done. This is Geo's version of how I've done with what it is. And this is what I would see that would save it completely. For example, my point of view doesn't mean If you look at it, it's very retro, okay? It's almost like they're going through a death path, like what the DC did with Batman. They have two different Batman. You have Baldwin and Patterson. Yeah, but are these supposed to be the past? No, the two different universes. And then this Penguin is not the same TV version, not the same Penguin as the Batman movie. So you're confusing everybody now. So the only person who understands it are people who read comic books, but you want everybody, you want a general mission of everybody getting involved, but you're limiting it because you're making it complicated. I mean, think of it. All these comic books, it's minimum 60 years of history. Why can't you take a story and make it more modern, more better than that? And that's what frustrates me, kind of sense. Because now they're like, how does the Fantastic Four get involved with the other universe of Spider-Man and the Avengers, when the technology is different from that present, it looks different from them. So this is my opinion. That could be it or not be it, whatever it is. The Human Torch, like him. He's good with his net. I like the way the CGI make the Human Torch, like even the thing with the costume and everything. It looks very retro to the Fantastic Four, and in the same. And when you see Human Torch flying around, it reminds me of Alex Ross when he did the Marvel industry, and he drew the Human Torch based on the olden days, because olden days, Human Torch was like a humanoid flame. Later on, it became, you could see the flame going around a human body with muscles and the face and everything. And so the movie kind of went that version, okay? What I would have done is this, okay? All of this, the retro version, think of this way. Reed Richards and Ben Grimm, they've been childhood friends. So this looks like the Fantastic Four of the 60s, give or take. Where men would look like men and women look at men, and then the cars they look at the cars and everything, the retro, how the people look with the mask and everything. It looks like the 60s, give or take, from that universe, kind of sense. But what happened is, like, this is based on one of John Byrne's Fantastic Four that snapped in my head when I thought of it, okay? The Puppet Master did a certain point in that comic book that he got all the four Fantastic Four, and for Alicia, which is his stepdaughter, he created a world that she can live a normal life, and Ben Grimm in there is humanoid in this fake puppet world. Well, let's make it a hologram room, okay? That the fact all these four Fantastic Four, maybe Alicia's in there or not, who knows, who cares? And it's all controlled by this high-tech technology of the modern days, right? And the hologram, and the Fantastic Four go into the world of the 60s, because Ben Grimm, an example, and Reed Richards, when you're young, they're reading comic books of the olden days from their fathers, grandfathers, and they'll swap and everything. So they think, like, yeah, and whenever Reed Richards would say, but look how far they're for art, because we read through all these future books, they say there's supposed to be flying cars, like the Jetsons and this, and it doesn't exist, so robots floating, like Herbie, right? Floating around the room, helping them out, and they look like Herbie kind of sense. So that's an imaginative world. But the thing is, Fantastic Four is family. And this hologram room was specifically created for Reed Rich because he's the genius in there. But don't forget, it's family. So what happened? They start seeing mistakes going around. So, for example, in that world, Galacticus does appear, and it's a female surfer. But then Ben Grimm goes, yeah, but I remember finding, but how come was some part of my subconscious saying, like, I was going to fist fight and I was losing it, but I didn't see a female punch on going to me. And I remember I was going full throttle, and normally if it would be a woman, I will hesitate. But I didn't with the Silver Surfer kind of sense, you know? So you see all these little things. Then you see, like, example, like the Human Torch. Like he's as stupid, as crazy, as irresponsible as the comic books of the olden days. But then the Human Torch is like saying, look, the John Storm, or whatever. Okay, he's like, why would I still be this at this age? Doesn't make sense. And then after he tells Reed Richards a point, he goes like, I see this bald person, and it's not Ben Grimm. It's a little joke. Could it be the Watcher? He's trying to wake them up. Reed Richards sees mistakes also with how Galacticus goes into the world, how he swaps how he moves, and it goes. But this guy's like a god. How come he's doing this? How come he's doing Sue Storm and everything? So the whole thing, they see the strat and they fight like them. They fight the Frightful Four. But these all superheroes, villains. Like then you can have the Red Ghost and the Three Apes, and you have Diablo because they're all obsolete. Psycho Man. These are obsolete. You can make them the Frightful Four. And when they're finding certain thing, Reed Richard or whoever it is, altogether, they find doesn't make sense. So they're noticing that there's whatever it is. So Reed Richard goes like what's with Johnny Storm, what he says, and Ben Grimm and Sue Storm saying things are off and everything. He goes to Susan and goes, look, when we're going to sleep, put a force field around me enough that the vibration of my heartbeat and everything looks like I'm sleeping. Because goes, well, you could put technology. Goes, no, all these technology, we don't know if they're really a technology or they're just imagery that makes it look like they function the way they're supposed to function, but they're not real machines because we're in like a hologram or something like that, whatever he prefers the words. So he finds out that after he would open his eyes and he would see in the sky the big head of the puppet master. And then at a certain point they break free from there. Boom, boom, they get in there. They come out, they release themselves, they see Puppet Master, they capture him, but then they see the room, it's high tech. Richard goes, look, we know who you are. Like he finds, they did research on him a long time ago because he was supposed to be maybe an assistant or whatever, or could be one of his ex-teacher of the university where he taught and whatever. He goes, where can he get all this kind of money? And it finds out it's Dr. Doom. Because Dr. Doom, what happens is, because when they start remembering the memory, they did fight the Silver Surfer, the male version. Galacticus is supposed to call, but they fought, but then after they withdrew, because Silver Surfer goes, look, I didn't come here to fight. I came here to forewarn you that you have to protect yourself and this and that. While they were doing that, this big humongous ship comes around and fires. And Reed Richards remembers before he got conked out, because he's elasticity, that was Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom needed Reed Richards' technology with his, because he wants to absorb, like in the comic books, he wants to absorb the Silver Surfer's power and be like a mini god that or he confronts Galacticus, and if not, c'est la vie, you will travel the universe and explore the beauty of the universe. So then automatically you have number 2, that it's the Fantastic Four against Dr. Doom. Then number 3, and probably and he goes like the bald guy. You make the Watcher gets involved, and he starts like little hints because he doesn't interfere, right? And then you have the nullifier there with the thing to pull off, and then number 3 is Galacticus, and goes so on. So the villain goes higher and higher and higher. And then at the same time, when you have Galacticus going there, you see these humongous ships I'll say number 3, okay? You see this humongous fleet of ships. And it's the Kree and the Skrulls. And he goes, should we get involved? He goes, no. It's better they eat their world than eat one of ours. So they're just there to watch. And they just wish when Galactus eats the Earth, he goes far away from their empires. So right there, the Krees and the Skrulls, they're neutral. Then you have the Super Skrull, one there. You have Ronan and the other ship. And that's it. And that would be like number 4 and 5. And it goes higher and higher. And the negative zone, you could do later on. That's it. So that's my point of view. That's how I'm going to see the movie. You guys, listen to me. Look, spread out. Tell everybody, because I don't want to see people, oh, gee, you stole their idea, or, oh, it was almost like that, because I have no idea. Like you guys, now it's February the 8th, so I have there's no little trailers coming out and everything or whatever. So this is what my brain is going with it, because, yeah, it's very personal, because Fantastic Four was the first, as I said before, the first series that I started as a comic book. I bought all the comic books a little here and there and there and there until I started liking the Fantastic Four. Even though one of them was the Avenger, was even older than the Fantastic Four, but Fantastic Four brought me to another world. And that's why I'm got involved, because it was too personal that I had to put my input, kind of sense. So you guys, spread the news. This time I never said that, but now I want you to spread the news. So press the like button, give me your opinion. Am I far-fetched? Because let's be true to the comics. So when they wake up, the Earth is like the Avengers' Earth and all that. And maybe the reason the Avengers never mentioned is that's how Fantastic Four disappears for so long, because they were in that hologram room or whatever, or that's why they weren't around or something. There's always ways to do it. But that's it. I'm not taking too much of your guys' time. So that's it. That will be my point of view, what I seen through the trailer, what I would do to because I don't know about you. I don't care if I go see that. I am going to see that movie. A female Silver Surfer, that kills me, because he's my favorite superhero of all superheroes. Because that's the power I would like to have. Not Superman or Thor or all those people. Roam space. You don't have to sleep. You have all the energy you need. See the universe, the beauty of it. That's my power. Kind of said, escape and see the endless universe of all universes. So that's it, guys. That's my opinion. So subscribe, press the like button, spread out. You can let's agree to disagree, but I hope you guys go see it, and then you go, Gio, your way is better than the movie. And it might be the opposite. You might say, Gio, the movie's better than yours, because your opinion, bleh. Then you don't have to go blue, but you can say the word, but that's it. Okay, guys, Gio out. Bye, guys.